Rain stopped play again, so everything's back in the garage and the dehumidifier's on. So, good a time as any to give you all a quick update. It's August 2023 and I've got some welding to be doing. So, without further ado, let's get into the video and you can see what I've got to do next. Okay, hi everyone, back in the garage again and working on the bulkhead. So the things I've got to sort out is I've got to replace this side panel here and fill in that gap there. So got a new piece of wood timber to replace that, back to about there, maybe a bit further so there's an overlap. That timber will come further forward to replace this wood here. So that will be the line of the rear bonnet seal, which wraps all around the car, around there. Got to do some new side panels. That's a dummy side panel. I've got to cut a fresh piece of metal from some steel that I've got to replicate that panel. And then I've got to insert a step face, but in a different position now, because I'm going to make this side panel timber that much longer. So then onto the top here, I've got to sort out some of the holes that I previously had. I know for certain that one's going to get all welded up because there was an isolator on there which I don't want there anymore, so I've got to weld that up. This oval hole here is for a piece of trunking that I found and used before, but I don't really like that trunking, so the trunking will come off there and into the back of here where the fan will be. So I'm going to sort out some different trunking, which will probably be a different shaped hole, probably a circular hole. So I've got to sort that out. The position of the hot water pipes that go through the bulkhead there and there, they are not quite in the right position, so I've got to sort that out. These, for whatever reason, are a slightly different size, so I've got to fit the pedal boxes, make sure that the rubbers fit, and it's either going to be that one or that one. I suspect it's that one, so I might need to weld that up a little bit. The battery box, that's got to be welded in there, and I've got to have to put a drain in there out the side panel, which will be another version of one of those on the other side. Any water that comes into here will end up here and will drain down there and out the car. So this will probably be wrapped, well, it will be wrapped in aluminium. Not sure whether I'm going to leave the exposed timber there. I probably won't. I'll probably wrap that in aluminium when I do that. Then round to the front of the bulkhead, I've got to make a new panel for there with a step facing. That is the dummy panel that I made, and it's too thick a gauge material. I can't form that properly, so I've got to use a thinner gauge material for that. Got to make a center section and another piece for this side here, again with that kind of a stepped form in it. Here is where the steering column will be coming through and down to the steering rack here and passing through this front offside subframe. So I've got the column and everything, it matches up perfectly fine, but what I need to do, I need to come up with something to locate the shaft as it comes through there, and also so probably some kind of spherical bearing on a flange. So I need to try and find something for that. I've got a few ideas come through from one of the Facebook groups that I'm on, that will support the steering column, so give it some extra support, and it will also seal it from the engine compartment. Then at the back of the bulkhead across there, I've got to close that in with some steelwork. So I've got to make a panel to close that in. And before I do any of that, I've got to sort out the old heater matrix, which I did have modified many years ago and pressure tested, so it was cool, and it worked fine and pressure tested up to the proper pressure it will be. It's not very high, but I know it's watertight, so I'm going to use this matrix in here, but I need to modify that so that it's got something on the side there to actually bolt it in position. So as you can see, there's quite a bit to do, and then I shall have to refurbish that, put new foam rubber on there. There's a little bit of corrosion around here, so I might just let a little piece of metal in there and dress that back before I paint it again on that side. But I shall put it through the blasting coating just to see how bad it is before I do that. As I say, the matrix seems to be okay. Foam rubber on there and there, that will be replaced as well. It just stops it from vibrating. For some reason, I bashed the hell out of this side here to get it to fit. So I'm going to tidy that up. I don't know what I was thinking of when I did that. Just to make sure it fits properly. Then I should completely disassemble it, blast it all, paint it and rewire it. So yeah, there's quite a bit still to do, but that's the next phase that we'll be doing. So you can see quite a bit of work that I need to be doing. So that's the next bit I'm going to be concentrating on. So hope you enjoy the content, and I hope you stay with me on this rest of this journey. So thanks for your support, and stay tuned, and see you soon. Bye bye.